In the haunting shadows of Japan's coastal waters lies Hashima Island, a place where nightmares come alive. Picture this, a concrete ghost town abandoned for over 40 years, its decaying buildings reaching toward the sky like skeletal fingers. They call it Battleship Island because of its eerie silhouette. But the real horror lies within its crumbling walls. Once home to thousands of coal miners, now only whispers remain. Rusted staircases lead to nowhere. Empty classrooms still hold decades-old chalk dust. And they say, on quiet nights, you can hear the echoes of footsteps in empty corridors where no living soul walks. Is this real? The darkness that lurks in Hashima's heart sure is. And it's waiting, watching for its next visitor.
Welcome, everybody, to another fantastic episode of Is This Real in our Season 15 finale.
Is this real?
In the virtual booth, as you heard, I have Big Joe and I have Pope Tony. Both of you, please say hello.
I'm at the
Hello,
Pope.
Pope Tony.
You know, guys, I got to be honest. Before we start this episode, I think, in light of the fact that we now have a new Pope, and it wasn't me, maybe it's time I drop the moniker. Maybe we go into Season 16 with a new moniker, or maybe I'll develop one and we'll find one as we go. But I think it's time to retire the Pope.
Okay, Pope retired.
I didn't know popes can retire.
Benedict, he said, you know what? I think I'm done. I think it is time for me to step down. I'm going to go to the old Pope home, and I'm going to just enjoy the rest of my days. Remembering my youth. I remember all the times I had camp back in Germany in the 40s. What a wonderful time it was in my youth.
Anywho.
He's buried at the Vatican.
Anthony, you disappoint me.
That Nazi's buried at the Vatican.
Wait, he's dead?
Nazi youth, Anthony. Nazi youth.
I didn't know Benedict died.
Yeah, he died. Yeah,
Hashima Island.
Hold on, wait, real quick. All the popes that have ever poped are now dead, except for the one from Chicago. How you doing, dear? I'm gonna say a quick blessing there, and we're gonna get on. Go Hawks! Okay. All right. Go ahead, Joey.
Hashima Island. See, we talk about this island?
I think we briefly touched upon it in one of the other seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the first season of Shipwreck. No, Land and Sea, or wherever the fuck that was.
I don't remember.
Sea and Space.
It's got a real. I'll tell you what. The more I read about this place, it's got a super creepy vibe. I mean, this thing was actually set up as a coal mining island, where they had tunnels under the island. One tunnel reached another island. Who the fuck is going to go under the water?
Yeah.
And crazy.
Well, the brief history right now, the bullet points I have right now is that it was purchased by Mitsubishi,
yeah. The ones who make the cars,
Yeah, in 1890 for its undersea coal mines. Quickly industrialized, eventually becoming one of the most densely populated places in the world. 5,000 plus people lived on the island by the year of 1950 in stacked concrete apartments. Known for its self-contained society, schools, bars, bathhouses, all on a tiny rock. In 1974, coal demand collapsed. The island was evacuated overnight. It became a ghost town. Now, when that started to happen, the ghost town, just like everything we talked about this season, now it's been a couple weeks since we did an episode, things have happened, but this is our season finale. And for the theme basically of season 15, what we've been saying is it because it's an abandoned place that people feel creepy and make up ghost stories about it, or is there actual hauntings there? And I think that's been, like I said, the theme of season 15, and what we've been trying to answer that question of, are these places actually haunted, or is it more of the fact of people think they're creepy that they feel like it should be haunted? I think that's been the answer the question for all these episodes, and this is exactly the same thing. So
you're right, and I do believe that there's a touch of that as well. The creep factor alone makes it a a place where stories can, just grow. Because I mean, you got a 16-acre island that's really just built around. There's a wall built around it, and now one of the towns have taken it over, and they were going to do tourist landings, but that seemed to have fell through, so that's not going on. But you got a few people that do get on, like that guy Josh the Explorer got on, and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, you got a 16-acre piece of property with a morbid past, and you're gonna. I don't remember any documented ghost stories. No videos or anything like that.
Well, we will definitely get to that a little bit later in the episode, because on YouTube there are some videos. I don't know if we could play that on Riverside. I've never been able to try and see if we could play it on Riverside.
It would freeze my
computer.
Happen. It would freeze my computer when I would lose connection.
There is a screen thing. So what there is, like I said, there's videos on YouTube, and there's definitely some pictures that I could definitely try and put into the episode as we go along. But, it's a ghost town frozen in time. Furniture, toys, and even meals were left behind. Buildings began to decay, and nature and time reclaimed that space. There is a darker side to this. Basically, after World War II or during World War II, Korean and Chinese laborers were brought to the island under harsh conditions, brutal conditions. Many died from exhaustion, malnutrition, or mining accidents. Allegations of abuse and cruelty, a part of the island's history often overshadowed by its modern ruins. Some families claim their ancestors haunt the island. So that's what we got there.
Right.
Anthony, it looks like you want to say something?
I was just doing a little research, and yeah, like the idea of like bad conditions, like it's really, these were like war camps, you know what I mean? Like they were just in the worst place. There was a guy 1983, his name was Seo Jung-woo, who was conscripted at the age of, died in 2001, it says. He goes, among my colleagues, about 40 people drowned while trying to break out from the island or committed suicide. Miners headed down before sunrise returned 10 hours later from the heating surface of the underwater mine that hit over 40 degrees Celsius. And I don't know what 40 degrees Celsius is in American, in freedom units. Hold on. 104 degrees.
Yeah.
104 degrees. They were working in 104 degree conditions under the water for 10 hours a day.
Well, the humidity was like 60%, 70%.
Due to the height of the mine, you ready for this, Dad? This is gonna fuck you up. This is gonna fuck me up. Due to the height of the mine, miners had to virtually lie down to excavate coals with the ceiling about 50 centimeters above their nose.
Yeah, see, that's not gonna happen. That would never happen.
I don't know.
That's going into one of those machines.
Hold on. The CAT scan? Yeah, 19 inches above your head. That's what it is in freedom units. So imagine lying on your back and 19 inches in front of you. You can't even sit up. And they had to be down there for 10 hours.
My knees are weak right now.
Fuck that.
No. I can't even watch stuff like that. I was watching a guy explore in the Nevada desert 2 days ago, and all of a sudden he decided he was going to go cave, going into the caves and stuff. And he was literally crawling through a fucking cave. And I'm like, dude, what the hell is your problem?
Yeah, I don't think those people
can't,
either.
No, I don't know. I could never do that.
Look, there is a giant there's a giant conspiracy theory about this island with ghosts and stuff like that, with the paranormal. So I mean, we can start talking about that right now. I mean,
sure, go for it.
Japanese and Korean paranormal groups have reported strange phenomena: footsteps echoing empty corridors, shadows moving through collapsed hallways, disembodied voices speaking Korean or Mandarin.
Well, thank God, because no. If they were speaking Spanish, then I'd really want a good pair of investigators there, because
one psychic claimed to feel overwhelming sorrow and rage near the old mine entrance.
Yeah, people died there. That's a common thing.
Especially if he knows about it. That's always gonna be on your mind going into these places. And I believe it's the same thing that we touch this other stuff in. The more creepy the place is, the more it's gonna fuck with your mind.
Yeah, but I have a special place in my heart, my black little heart, for the psychics. They always go, like, they'll go to the place of death and torture and go, I'm feeling extreme sorrow here. I'm feeling extreme sadness. And I'm going, yeah, no shit. Like, what's going to happen when you go to Disneyland? It's like, I'm feeling extreme happiness. Like, no shit. If you felt any other thing, no one would believe you. It's like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It makes no sense to me. What the fuck what do you think you're going to feel?
You know,
Good
I'll be
question.
honest with you. I'm in the same boat. My girlfriend, she watches that one show, Ghost Files,
Ghost
and it's
Adventures?
about no, Ghost Files. It's about a psychic, and she teams up with this cop who he does his investigation as far as going to like finding out the history and stuff like that, and talking with the family, and then
Dead
like
Files.
Dead File, okay. And then she goes to the house by herself without knowing anything. No, all the pictures are taken off the wall. And then they meet up, and like all of a sudden, all their stories are the same thing and stuff like that. And and they're all every episode's, oh my god, she found, she drew that picture, and it was the same thing as what
Doesn't
we're
it
talking about.
just make for great TV?
It
Kinda
does, and I'm like,
It makes you think that's what they're writing it for, huh?
it's the same thing every episode. Now, I'm not saying psychics don't exist. I'm not saying that's a thing. That's not a thing, because I do believe the psychics do exist. But I'm at the same time, I'm sitting there like, Jesus Christ, give me something new here.
Yeah, but that's the mandate of the show. That's how that show is based. To take two separate investigations, meet at the reveal, and then both present their evidence. And if they meet, the evidence meets, then the people will tend to believe it. Now, is it true? I mean, I really don't know. I never met either one of these guys. I never met either one of those guys. Anthony, I'm not a skeptic like you. I have to give some things a shot, especially if I don't know.
I think that the movie and television industry is a giant evil corporation conglomerate. They're not there to document for the sake of the thing. They're there to make money. And if that means we're going to put these two people, she says she's a psychic, he says he's a cop, and they're going to meet and they're going to make this thing happen. Yeah, it's for the sake of making money, because then people are going to watch the show. I don't believe you're actually the one who made me disbelieve in the psychic of anything. Because years ago, I don't know if you remember this story, when you were still working at the place, you had made business cards for a local psychic, and
I see that place every day.
Okay, and now
You see, he
correct
said
me
this.
if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the story goes as this: you went to deliver the business cards. You knocked on the back door. She said, "Who is it?" And you said, "You're a psychic. You tell me." That right? I don't like. It's funny.
You're close. I went in the building, and there was a partition that separated her office from the waiting room. And she goes, well, "Who is it?" So I happened to be feeling frisky that day. I said, "I don't know. You're the psychic. You tell me." And she came out and she goes, "You're a smartass." I said, "And you're the psychic."
All right, I could
come on.
believe people who are like, they feel more like a hypersensitivity. It's like, I could sense something here. I can believe that more than someone who goes in, like, picks something up and goes, yes, I feel extreme sadness coming off of this thing. I don't believe in that shit. I don't.
Anyway, Joe, you got any ghost stories from this?
I do.
This island?
I was trying to get to those.
Okay, we'll get to them.
But someone
Let's
kept
let
on
us
ranting.
banter, goddammit.
This one's called the Stairway to Hell. One of the island's most infamous structures is a steep, narrow staircase that residents ominously nicknamed the Stairway to Hell. The staircase connected the lower residential areas to the upper levels, including the mine entrances. Workers would ascend these steps daily, often in darkness, to begin their grueling shifts underground. The name reflects not only the physical challenge, but also the psychological toll of the labor awaiting them. Visitors today report an eerie sensation when standing at its base, as the oppressive energy of the past still lingers.
You're about to go
energies.
You're about to go up a flight of steps that people who were tortured daily took. What else are you going to feel? You're going to feel you're going to feel dread. I don't necessarily think it's more psychic as it is just like awareness of where you are and like history and shit. That's when like the place speaks for itself. I think it's closer to that than someone, feeling energies. But go on.
Okay.
Fuck off.
Whispers in the wind. Tourists and fishermen have reported hearing unexplained whispers and murmurs when near the island, especially during the evening hours. These sounds often resemble voices speaking Korean or Mandarin, languages of many forced laborers brought to the island during World War II. Some believe these are the restless spirits of those who suffered and perished under harsh conditions, the voices carried by the sea breeze.
Has anybody recorded these voices?
That I have here.
Okay, well, again, see, there you go.
Yeah, I mean,
if you don't have anybody recording...
I mean, again, we don't have it.
Right.
Not saying it hasn't been out there.
I'd like to do more, but I haven't seen any go. All I'm getting from this island is a lot of creepy vibes, a lot of strange shit, and abandonment.
Well,
being on your own.
here's something that you cannot kind of deny. Despite the island having no electricity since its abandonment in 1974, there have been numerous accounts of lights flickering while within the decaying buildings. Fishermen navigating nearby waters and occasional visitors have claimed to see sudden illuminations in windows or hallways, only for them to vanish upon closer inspection. These mysterious lights contribute to the island's haunted reputation.
I like that.
I do too. I think
You
it's
like that?
I do.
It's creepy.
I do.
See,
I like that. When I know
why do you, what?
Go on.
Why? Because light is a tangible thing to see. It's not like whispers or anything like that.
Correct.
It's like
there's that
I
too.
fucking see it.
Yes, there is that. There's that aspect of it. It's something that is it's not physical, but it cuts to the darkness, and you can definitely see it. It can be recorded. Is it tangible? No, but like it's much different than audio, because you can you could be out on the sea and recording ambient noise, listening for anything, and you play it back. Someone could go, I heard something. Someone could listen to the same fucking clip and go, no, I don't hear it. Because unless it's obviously blatant, audio's not is the same thing. But with light, yeah, I like that, because it's a thing. You could see it. It's definitely there. And when a place is completely abandoned and lights start flickering, that tightens my asshole just a wee bit. I like that sort of shit. Like that should be the number one thing. Like if it's shut down for a week and we see lights going on and off, we can say it's haunted. We don't even need to figure anything else. It's fucking haunted.
He said, "Fuck it, it's haunted."
Like a place like this, obviously it has no more running electricity. It's not like it's hooked up to a grid. Like a house sitting there for a week, well, if it's disconnected from the power, that's one thing. You still see lights and we know that it's shut off. That's something to take note. But if
that is creepy.
It could be anything when like the house is just the lights are off and something flicks on. Shorts happen all the time, But if we know there's no power there and something's going on, yeah, that's creepy shit. I like that.
All right, I got two more stories. Within the remnants of the island school, desks and chairs remain eerily in place, as if students are waiting for will never return. Visitors have described a profound silence in these rooms, occasionally interrupted by the faint sound of chalk on a blackboard or the rustle of papers, though no one is present. Such experiences have led to tales of spectral teachers continuing their lessons in the afterlife.
Gotta hand it to those Japanese. They're very professional. Even after death, they're still there doing their jobs.
Horrible people.
I'm sorry. Can anybody, I would line up 10, I guarantee if you lined up 10 people and you play them an audio clip and go, what is that? Not one goddamn person would be like, that's chalk on a chalkboard. No, it's such a small little sound. No one's going to fucking recognize that.
Well, if it's coming from a classroom and nobody's in it, chances are you're going to say, that does sound kind of like, chalk, fingers on a blackboard.
It could be anything. So that sound, it could be made anywhere. It's not a very noise.
Okay.
Papers, I don't know. Did they leave the Hiroshima Gazette lying around and it's blown in the wind? Who knows?
Unseen presences. Several visitors have recounted feelings of being watched or even touched by unseen entities while exploring the island. Cold spots in otherwise warm areas and sudden inexplicable chills are commonly reported. Some have felt a gentle tug on their clothing or a tap on the shoulder, only to find no one there. These occurrences are often attributed to the spirits of former residents or workers who met untimely deaths.
Yeah, that happens everywhere. Touching and weird cold spots. That's like an MO. No matter where you are in the world, that's all the ghosts. All the same shit. Cold spots, being touched.
Well, it is a concrete building, so there's going to be cold spots in there, especially being on the water. As far as the touching and the pulling of the jackets or whatever, I mean, it could be anything. The wind.
That on the back of the... Yeah, Joey can edit this out. On the back of the Hiroshima Gazette, they had the 5-day forecast. It was Monday was in the 70s, Tuesday was in the 70s, Wednesday was 10,000 degrees, Friday was in the mid-60s.
That is really sad.
No, I'm keeping it in there. Fuck you. You deserve it.
That is really fucking sad.
For anybody watching this, it's him, okay? It's not us.
Shun him.
He deserves it. All right? His address...
Hey! That's a terrible joke.
Next.
I apologize.
Modern obsession in urban exploration. Hashima has reopened to limited tourism in 2009. Urban explorers and YouTubers claim batteries die, audio gets distorted, and voices appear on playback. Some reports feeling watched or experiencing sudden nausea and anxiety, which if you literally, this is going to sound really bad, but if you take all of those, you could attribute that to exposure to nuclear shit.
Oh, no, not at this point in the game.
Not there. No, I don't think so.
I
No?
think, like,
Okay.
honestly, you would have seen it and probably heard it if you were on that island, but you were in the safe zone. I don't know. I had to look at a map.
Yeah, I don't think that's anything to do with it. I really don't.
From
But,
that distance,
you know,
it would have been like, what was that noise? Like, it would have been something like that.
Well, I mean, like I said, if you know, I don't know.
It's 9 o'clock.
It's what do you mean?
No, it was like, well, whatever. It's 9 o'clock because that's all they did there.
I heard 9 o'clock. My bad. Yeah, it's this area. I mean, as far as it scares me because of the whole no electricity, seeing lights on the island. That's pretty fucked up.
mhm.
Like, if that's happening and that's something that people have seen and can prove, then I'm guessing everything else kind of lines up under it. I could see everything lining up under it, because if we're going to say, well, it's haunted because, lights are flickering on and there's no electricity, then everything else would be like, yeah, okay, then it's that creepy.
Died there. You know what I mean? Like, it's more than just.
Mhm.
Well,
it's
people
more
have hold on, but people have died everywhere at the places we talked about this
You're
season.
right. You're right. But this is a place of, similar to a place like Auschwitz or 9/11. It's a place where people's lives ended in a brutal way. They didn't have to die that way. There were cave-ins, there were suffocations, people were crushed to death. It was extreme conditions because they were prisoners of war who were forced into labor. This is not like, just dying gracefully at 102. This is tragic shit. And that's the common thing with ghosts. Like, in a place of extreme tragedy, that's where you get this uptick in paranormal activity.
Right. The chances are it's going to be more because of that. But again, without that hard evidence, it's just adding to the creep factor.
Well, again, we don't have the hard evidence because we have not done our research correctly.
Welcome to the
That
podcast.
doesn't mean there isn't hard evidence out there.
Yeah, I know, but
That's
like
just-
we can't.
Where is this
yeah.
real? We're like, I don't know, is it real? You decide. We're just gonna talk about
You know
it.
what? Look, this has got to be said. I don't care. This is season 15. Is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
It's the season 15 finale.
Uh-huh.
This season, because of all the shit that went on with this season, with it being remote like we're doing now and whatever, I'm going to consider this season a fucking throwaway season.
What are you talking about?
I'm going to just say it right now.
It was cold.
It dragged. The episodes are dragging, and we're
Hold on. I'm not.
No. I got this. I'm speaking. I'm
no,
right now.
No, hold on. I disagree with you. I think this season has been good so far.
Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't a podcast anymore. This is a company meeting.
I enjoyed this season, regardless of it being not in the booth. I enjoyed this season because we got some good back and forth about this meeting, and we got some good
back and forth because we're now the dynamics of the show is down to a 3-man show.
Well, fuck Anthony.
That's a good point. Fuck
I'd rather
me.
not. Again, to me, it felt labored. It felt like
because you want to be in the booth. You don't like this virtual shit.
Well, I don't like the virtual shit. No, I mean, we busted our ass to build the fucking booth. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And starting season 16, we will be back in the booth, and it's going to be reminiscent of season 4, season 6, and season 7. They were my best season. They were the best seasons we ever had in this booth. And we're going to go back there. Okay. And that's just my take. I don't know how you guys out there in Podcastville, take it. I don't know, but things will definitely get better. They will improve, and there will be change. So continue.
All right. So Hashima Island.
Yeah, let's say like Hashima Island. You guys think it's haunted or not?
I can't say for sure, but I can say the creep factor is definitely there. The light thing going on and off or whatever is very intriguing to me. But as far as
Well, think about it this way, and I'll put this into terms for us. Okay, we had 4 years of Nextdoor being empty, or 3 years of Nextdoor being empty.
Mm-hmm.
If you were sitting in the parlor one night, and now granted, if anybody out there in podcast land don't know, obviously you don't know what our house is. Our grandparents lived next to us for forever. Well, my grandparents, Big Joe's mom and dad. And, we're literally like 15 feet from each other. So when those people unfortunately passed away, the house was abandoned. No lights, no nothing. Electricity was turned off. If you were sitting here one night in our living room where you could clearly see into Mama's bedroom with the electricity turned off and you saw her living room light go on, would you think that place is haunted?
It would definitely lean to that, but that's what I would send you over there to look at it.
Fuck you.
We would all go. We would have all gone because.
I mean, look, we've done our research.
Isaiah would have
house.
pulled the glicky out,
That's true.
We did an investigation of that house. Yeah. We found the little girl's voice in that house.
Yes. That was pre-podcast. That was 10 years before the podcast.
Time ago. That was like 2003.
And it's great that we're mentioning this now. We don't have any of that footage or any of that stuff. It's great.
Nothing. We have evidence that we can't show you. What's wrong, Dad?
No, I'm just I'm doing a couple.
Anywho, so yeah, I mean, like I said, to me, that just the lights going on, and if there is somebody out there in podcast land, or just like I wish I spoke Japanese. If you're listening, I wish you could send us evidence if you've ever been there. I would like to see that evidence. I'm not going to try to speak Japanese because it would just come off sounding very, very racist. So
that's true.
Well, I'll do the wrap up then. I got the wrap up here. Hashima Island is more than just concrete and Hashima Island is more than just concrete and decay. It's a monument to human resilience, tragedy, and the consequences of unchecked industrial ambition. Whether it's haunted by the spirits of lost workers or simply the weight of its history, that's for you to decide. So Hashima Island, industrial ruin or haunted relic? You tell us. This is real? I'm JC3. We have Big Joe and Pope Tony for the last time.
It's not my fault.
Thank you guys for joining us in season 15. We'll definitely see you. We'll definitely see you in season 16, where we actually are going to be having it's a big season. Hopefully me, Dad, and Anthony can do well enough for your enjoyment. We are going to be talking about, I believe we're going to be talking about, let me go back.
See, I was just about to say, what are we talking about? I really hope we can pull this next season off. It's going to be epic and huge and all these wonderful things. I don't even know what the fucking season's going to be about.
Listen, I've sent the next 3 seasons in detail to the group chat. If you don't read the group chat, that's not my fucking problem. We're ending season 15 here.
And you change your fucking mind.
See you guys next season. Thank you guys for joining us. Remember, everybody, question everything. Leave a like and a comment in the obviously the comment section. And please subscribe to our YouTube page and our new Is This Real podcast page. Go to the link tree, Is This Real podcast. And we appreciate you guys for joining us for season 15. See you in season 16. Good night, everybody.
Adios, motherfuckers.